Hello everyone and welcome to the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the 5th race of our NASCAR Heat 5 2023 mod career mode here for the Full of Honor Quick Trip 500 at a track which is very interesting. Of course, in real life it has been recently repaved to super speedway, but here in the game it is still the old worn out Atlanta configuration where tires wear a lot, and it is a very interesting race. So, stories of the race: Ryan Preece is having a stellar weekend. He's a very fast race car. Timmy Hill, he posted some fast laps in practice, so they're improving. And Martin Truex Jr. is your pole winner alongside Ryan Preece. As we ready to go green here from Atlanta, number 77 Oppenheimer Chevrolet. As we go our green and underway here in Atlanta, we qualified dead last with a horrible qualifying effort. I'm going to try to drive our way through the field as we fight Loris Hesmans for 39th, chasing down SVG and JJ Yaley just ahead of us into turn 1 and 2. As we now go into 1 and 2 on the outside of Hesmans, a little bit of contact. We go up the racetrack a little bit, big wiggle right there. We save it. We keep on going. We clear Hesmans out of turn 2 here with a big draft on the bumper of Shane Van Gisbergen. We go underneath SVG here, pass him here for 38th into turn 3 and 4. So we draft up behind the 51 machine of JJ Yaley. And now we will pass Yaley for 37th on the inside. A little bit of contact, but we get around Yaley for P37. Now chase down the 62 car of Austin Hill for 36 as we narrowly clear JJ Yaley down this front straightaway. So 24 laps to go in stage 1. It is definitely a one-stop stage, but could also be a two-stop stage for strategy. We'll see if anyone wants to push it one stop as we go underneath Austin Hill for 36th already. And are now working our way slowly towards the front of the field here as we try to move our way up towards the front, going by Riley Earps, Todd Gilliland, and everybody else here.
Careful, still there.
As now we are underneath Chandler Smith for 34th place, and are under pressure though from Riley Earps and Todd Gilliland. So there's going to be a close battle here to see who is going to find their way here into the top 30. We're underneath Chandler Smith now, side by side for position down this back straightaway. We make the pass. Todd Gilliland's on our outside. We're now battling the 38 machine of Gilliland as the battle continues to intensify. So now he clears us for 33rd. Now we had to fight Riley Earps for 34th. Very slowly though through the field. We're struggling right now on pace. We try to work our way up. We are alongside the 15 machine of Riley Earps. He's now clear of us, so we drop down to 35th. Really struggling here as the run's going on here in Atlanta. Really struggling with speed. Truex is your race leader, by the way, from the pole. He's led every lap so far. Riley Earps will clear us, and we're back in line here in 35th, using the draft, trying to catch back up to do something here. It's been an absolutely atrocious start to this race for us. Unlike us typically, now we got momentum in the back of Todd Gilliland. Give him a huge shove here through 1-2. Shove him up the racetrack, go underneath Todd Gilliland, and chase out the 3. More contact with Todd Gilliland to really get into it here. Myself in 38, fighting for 32nd place. At the back of the field, Michael McDowell just in front of Gilliland in 31st. We get underneath the 34 McDowell, give him a little bumper, move him out of there. Going now, slamming hard to the back of Harrison Burton. Huge wiggle. Harrison wiggles out of the way for us with some big time contact there between myself and the young driver of the number 21 Wood Brothers Ford. Now we go underneath Justin Haley. He's at the Ricky Stenhouse and Corey LaJoy. 3 wide. You're nearly. Stenhouse continues blocking us. We are really shoving him here down this front stretch. We have a lot more speed than these guys, so we're just going to start hauling on the bottom here. As we clearly have finally found some speed. We're finally into the top 30, and we're going to start moving here. Start picking them off one by one. Already going by Haley, Logano, Elliott, Jimmy Johnson. Now going by Gregson, Eric Jones. Now shoving Almondy. Just like that, we're almost in the top 20. What a charge. We are flying through the pack right now to the front of this field. As now we go by AJ Allmendinger, now chasing down Ryan Blaney and Daniel Suarez for 2 top 20 spots. Just like that, we move by them up to 19th. Go by Eric Almirola now into 18th. Flying by Kyle Larson now for P16. 3 wide for 14th is Kozlowski and Cindric, and the train doesn't stop there. We keep on rolling. If you notice on the minimap, Truex is so far ahead from the rest of the pack. It's not even funny. I think there's him and maybe 1 or 2 other cars that are just gone from the rest of us. Now 3 with Harvick and Christopher Bell. Now we're going to Tigers and Bubba Wallace and fight our way up into the top 10 here at Atlanta. Just like that. What a miraculous charge in the span of 2 or 3 laps. We go from running 34th to just like that, running in P10, up 24 spots in a fast charge to the back. Now 3 with Austin Dillon, Tyler Reddick for 8th position. We go by both of them. Clear now. With help from the 23 of Bubba Wallace as we continue to move through the pack now with 18 laps remaining in this opening stage of racing. Truex and his buddies up there are ways ahead of us. The top 2, that is. As third on back here, we're still fighting. As myself, Bubba Wallace, 8th and 9th, catching up to Ross Chastain, Ryan Preece, Denny Hamlin. We're going to pull him 5 wide down the back stretch. A wiggle, almost crash. What a save. Me, Denny, and Bubba almost wrecked big time right there because we tried to pull too aggressive and hit Bubba. That didn't work, but we cleared Hamlin and Priest up into 7th. And now we're battling the one of Ross Chastain for 6th as Bubba Wallace and Chris Buescher, who are battling for 4th place, look to try to drive away from us. 3rd place is driving away as well, whoever that is. As now we are moving on to strategy here. Pit stops are happening right now. We are coming down for a scheduled green flag pit stop. We stayed out an extra lap longer than everyone else to see if a caution would come out. No caution did come out, so we're going to come in here for our for our first scheduled green flag pit stop here. We bring it in, make it pit road speed limit. Going to be 4 tires, and we're going to fill her up with fuel to make it to the end of the stage here and get some solid stage points. Help us out in our quest to try to maintain this points lead and continue our phenomenal start to our rookie season with 4 straight top 10s, looking to make it 5 here at Atlanta if we can make it happen. Now we're getting ready to come down the pit lane. We come in for service from the crew. It's going to be 15.2 second stop. The crew's got to get the job done here. They got to go quick. They got to go fast. They got to get it done right. So far, good on the right side. Now onto the left side of the car, and the pit crew does a very good 4-tire pit stop here. Everything is done to perfection. A little bit of slow there on the right front, but besides that, pretty much all good. And we are off to the races out of the pit lane. Scored currently in the 3rd position coming out of the pit, so guys going to be flying by us. Now we're 5th. As guys are flying by as we come out of the pit lane. There's another guy coming out. Now we're down to 6th. As that's Bubba Wallace, who's just flown by us on the outside lane. Now we're going to come with the track, throw a huge block here in the 43 of Eric Jones to maintain P6. And by us, here comes the 20. Massive run from Christopher Bell. We throw a block, maintain P6, and Eric Jones has gone underneath us just like that. He's going to zip by us into P6. And so now we're down to P7 here, back on the racetrack, trying to hang with these guys. Bell, our teammate Corey LaJoy, having a great top 10 run here. Spire Motorsports really showing out today in Atlanta, but we're dropping back a little bit. Bell on our outside, he gets by us now, and we're really struggling to hold these guys off here at Atlanta. 11 to go in stage 1. We're struggling just like that. Here comes LaJoy, and this LaJoy gets into us, moves us up the racetrack, out of the groove, up on the high side. He moves us, and so now we're going to get back to LaJoy here and try to get back around him for P8. We got Ross Chastain behind us as we try to stop the bleeding here and maintain some track position. As we now chase down the 7 of Corey LaJoy for P8. We're going to get to the back. We're going to give him a bump here through 3 and 4. Shove LaJoy up there, trying to get him in the draft of Christopher Bell so we can get up there to get top 5 stage points, hopefully, if we can charge further up through this pack. But Martin Truex Jr. is absolutely dominating this race and seems to be pretty much unstoppable. We'll see how it all pans out here as we get close to the end of the stage. We're going to go underneath our teammate 7 Corey LaJoy. We get down the backstretch. We're going underneath his left rear quarter panel here. Side draft him down the backstretch. He maintains the spot though. Big side draft though into 3 and 4. Chastain gives us a draft. We're going to go underneath Corey LaJoy 3 and 4. We get loose though. Slide up the track into the side of LaJoy. Get about half a car length on him. Coming down the front stretch, and LaJoy is going to power back down with that momentum. He will get back around us here for the moment in 8th, and he'll clear us. 9 to go in stage 1. The battle continues now as we get back to the back bumper of the 7 machine of LaJoy and go back underneath him and take the 8th position away from Corey here as we continue our move up through the pack. Trying to hang in here in this top 10, get some solid stage points to kick off the race, which has been pretty solid after that incredible charge to the back. Here we go, big round the 20, Christopher Bell. Soon enough, we'll be charging into 7th place here, all the way on the inside. We're already alongside the 20, Christopher Bell. We edge ahead, we clear Christopher Bell, so he drops like a rock. And just like that, we move into 7th place here in Atlanta. Ross Chastain, though, applying the heat behind us, heating us up for this position here. So we try to hold him off here into 1 and 2, which we do. We stay tight on that bottom line, blocking Ross Chastain, making sure he's not getting around us here on lap 21. The 43 of Eric Jones. There's a trouble. Timmy Hill has blown a tire and crashed, and he's been hit by Eric Jones, who spins in front of the pack. And there has been trouble here. They crash in front of the pack, and he comes up, hits Chastain, and we barely avoid it. Chastain, and then boom, there is the Dinah Elliott Hamlin spins in the pits, and that caution right there, that big wreck, will end stage 1, and we are going to end up in 2nd as Truex wins stage 1, as this was right in the middle of a green flag pit stop cycle. So Truex wins the stage. We are 2nd. Chastain, Stenhouse, Buescher, Bell, Elliott, Gregson, Hamlin, and Suarez, your top 10 who are in stage points. Only 15 on the lead lap after all that. So we're in a pit after that caution. Still, 9 stage points is very good for us, but Truex ends up getting the playoff point here as we get ready to get back underway. It's going to be at the beginning of stage 2 here. We're green underway, restarting on the front rows as the highest we've been running all day, having a shot at taking the lead here for the 19 of Truex and leading our first laps at Atlanta, and our first laps probably since Daytona. We have not led in a while here in these races, only in strategy certain points. We did lead a lap earlier actually with the strategy, so we get ahead of Truex and are now in the lead here, fair and square in the restart. We take the lead away from the 19 and the 47 of Stenhouse as we look to try to put this race away with a very, very strong opening stint here as we get ahead of Ricky Stenhouse and we get ahead of Martin Truex Jr. to be P1, and we're going to try to hold him off here as this run goes on, but you never know what quite's going to happen in these races because You're in the lead at some point, but the next point you're down in 20. So we're leading Truex, trying to hold him off back here. 28 to go in stage 1. Truex applying the pressure big time here. Sorry, stage 2 I meant. And you got behind Christopher Bell. Truex on the outside. Truex is going to have the momentum there, but we block him here coming out of turn 2. Maintain the lead through 2, blocking the 20 and blocking the 19. Truex just has so much speed though. You see how far ahead he was there at the end of stage 1. Now we go low to block the 20. Christopher Bell maintaining our bottom line, which is lane we like running here. But Truex is going to get to our outside. Just like that, there goes the 19. We can't hold him off for that long. Truex is just too fast. There goes the 19 bikes. Here comes Denny Hamlin. They both get around us and a little bit of contact there. But we slide down to third place as Martin Truex and Denny Hamlin both go right by us. They try to hold off all these Joe Gibbs Toyotas with them in front of us and Christopher Bell right behind us. You're in a JGR sandwich fighting for our life up here to get a good run going. Truex stays clear in the lead. Hamlin's running second, but we're going to cross Hamlin up on the inside here in 3 and 4 and go right back into second place by Denny as he drops behind us with a beautiful move right there. And now we're going to try to maintain second here because Truex is gone. We ain't catching him. He's just too quick. They're going to hold him, Bell off, and Ricky Stenhouse had to run the outside. Now blocking Bell once again on the bottom. Stenhouse running on the top line. Right now, currently maintaining the position. Bell on the bottom. Stenhouse way up on the high line there. Right now holding our ground, nothing happening yet, just blocking Bell and Stenhouse back and forth, maintaining P2. Bell to the inside, big block right there. Stenhouse can get a little bit of momentum on the outside lane here to try to get around us, but it doesn't look like it's quite going to work yet. It is though. Stenhouse with momentum. Stenhouse going to get around us here on the outside lane. We go to block Noah Gragson, and there goes the 20. Stenhouse and Bell both going to zip right around us here at Atlanta. As they're going to try to do damage control and block Joey Logano and Noah Gragson, if you will, for fourth. But now we're going to give the 20 of Bell a big shove underneath Ricky Stenhouse. Now myself and the 20 are going to charge right back up into second and third here as we get Christopher Bell to run inside of Ricky Stenhouse down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Stenhouse high, Bell low. We go even lower, and Bell is clear for second place, and we're going to clear Stenhouse here for third as our charge back into P3 continues here in Atlanta, but still behind the two JGR Toyotas of Truex and Bell, who just seem to be too quick for us to keep up with. And now we move on to a restart after a caution had come out. Couldn't quite find why the caution came out, but we're going to restart in the front row once again after a solid pit stop alongside the 19 of Truex with 18 laps to go in stage 2. We're about 4 laps short on fuel right now. There's a little bit of contact with Truex. Got physical, more contact for the lead here in Atlanta, getting very aggressive to try to maintain this lead. I know if I let Truex get around us, we're not going to pass him back because he's just too quick. So we get the momentum down the backstretch, heavy side draft. We clear the 19 of Truex and are now leading here in Atlanta into 3 and 4 over Truex and Joey Logano. And once again, leading some more laps, showing our raw speed and ability to lead these races at these super speedways or the mile-and-a-half tracks. We are running very well. Truex, big run behind us. We throw the block, maintain the lead. Here comes Daniel Suarez on the inside. Big block on the 99. Truex, though, once again coming on the high line. Here comes Denny Hamlin, 3 wide through the middle. He sends it in. That slows down everybody back there, which helps us tremendously maintain this race lead if they're getting slowed down 3 wide. But Denny has got a fast Toyota. Hamlin, Truex seem to have the 2 best cars, and they are right behind us. I mean, all of them. Hamlin, Truex, Bell, all 3 of those Gibbs cars. Oh, Hamlin moves us up the racetrack. He gets into us, shoves us up out of the way. Now we're going to try to block the 19 Truex up the racetrack, into the fence. We go down the track into Stenhouse. Stenhouse spins into the outside wall hard, and a huge crash for Ricky Stenhouse here. As the caution will go, he wrecks Briscoe, Reddick, Bubba Wallace, Todd Gilliland, heavy damage. And Stenhouse gets destroyed. And see here coming Larson, Blaney get big hits. Larson spinal cord adjustment crash. Get another replay of it here. We went to throw the block on Truex to maintain second, go all the way up to the wall. We make kind of guy slide down the track into Stenhouse, slam him, and he slams to the wall hard, gets stopped, and it's 5 or 6 cars slamming him hard. And watch this back here with Larson and Blaney up in the air. Big collision now on the restart with just 13 to go in stage 2. We are just 2 laps short on fuel. We're on the outside of the 11 of Denny Hamlin for the lead here. It's going to be an intense battle to get back because I was a little frustrated with the way he got the lead there on that last restart by punting us out of the way. I didn't appreciate that, so we're going to crowd him out of room here through 1 and 2, but we're going to give him room here with some side draft down the back stretch, and we will clear Denny and take the lead right back here at Atlanta. We got Eric Jones, the 43 car. He's charging up here into P2. He's right behind us. We throw him a block, and now go down to block Denny Hamlin once again here at Atlanta as we come thundering down the front straightaway. And we block Denny, lead this lap here. As you see, there's a car in the mini I'm way behind, but here we are, 12 laps to go in stage 2. We are still leading over Denny as we work our way here through turn 1 and turn 2 in P1. Chastain trying to make a move. No for them. As I see here, we're going through the corner here. Let's go to the replay view. Is lap 40 here ahead of Hamlin and Chastain. And watch this as we come out of the corner. Ricky Stenhouse is number 47. Stopped in the middle of the race. I don't see him. I slam him. He goes flying through the air. The 47 upside down, flipping on top of 5 or 6 race cars, still flipping down the backstretch in a hellacious crash. And then replay what happened is I did not see this at all. I was just focused on basically I was mirror driving at this point, just trying to block Denny and Ross. And out of nowhere, at the last second I see Stenhouse, so I try to dodge it. I slam him hard hit. He goes fly. We have huge damage. We send him up in the air. He goes bouncing off of Noah Gregson and a bunch of other cars. Caution comes out. We're scoring third. Heavy damage. So we have to pit for repairs, damage, and fuel drop all the way back to 32nd. And now we're already into Eric Almirola, Kyle Larson, Todd Gillen. Look at the huge stack up here in front of us. A lot of guys just stacking up here. And then we'll move up already to 27th here on the restart behind the 62 machine of Austin Hill running 26th. But I can't believe the other Ricky Stenhouse still on the track being that slow and that heavily damaged. And look, on the mini-map, his dot is still there going into turn 1 right now. Is still going insanely slow, which actually probably gives us, it's going to help us out here. We're going to have a chance to just fly by a bunch of guys because they are going to get stacked up behind him just like I did. Except I was going a lot faster and sent him flying. Now Justin Haley can get around us for 27th on the outside lanes. We try to draft him up, maintain his positions. I see Stenhouse's dot on the mini-map. Christopher Bell and the whole field's going to get caught up to him here. And they're going to get slowed down big time. Here we go into turn 1 and 2. We're going low. I know the whole field's going to be stacking up here. And here we are. Everybody's getting stacked up. So we're going to dive low here through down the back straightaway. And look at how much momentum. Look at the positions we're gaining. We fly from outside of the top 20. And out of 3 and 4 find ourselves in P5. Look at that. We just gained 22 spots down the length of the backstretch because of how much Ricky Stenhouse was slowing that entire field down. And now we're only behind Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, Noah Gregson. Now we're scored in second here on the last lap of stage 2. We come home to finish second in stage 2, how the way the strategy played out. So Christopher Bell wins stage 2. We are up in the Suarez, Elliott, Truex, Riley Earps with stage points, and Jimmy Johnson, Austin Dillon, Ross Chastain, and Michael McDowell, the top 10. So Christopher Bell just narrowly nabs the playoff point ahead of us. We come home P2. A valiant effort late, but it's not quite enough. Actually, Chastain, Briscoe, Van Gisbergen, and Hamlin get stage points. That order shook up, but we pit and restart in the lead here. We jump Truex and Christopher. So we jump Christopher Bell. So we jump Christopher Bell on the pit cycle, which is huge for us here in this final stage of racing to have a shot. But so far, we've got 18 stage points. We have had a very productive day so far, helping our chances to maintain the regular season point seed, which we came into this race in a 3-way tie for with Harvick and Elliott. 27 laps to go. We are alongside Austin Dillon in the 3-car. We clear him already. Now about Riley Earps running in 3rd place back there for Rickware Racing, having a tremendous run here at Atlanta, up in contention for this lead and battling for the win here. But myself, we are clear here. Austin Dillon, Riley Earps 2nd and 3rd, but gotta look out for those cheating Yoders. Christopher Bell and Martin Truex there on the charge. They're working on the outside lane. You got that 20. He's trying to get on the outside of Dillon and Earps, who have a run on the back of us. So we block Austin Dillon, maintain the lead. Here we are, 26 laps to go. The blocking continues over Austin Dillon and Riley Earps here heading into turn 1. Earps, big run. We block him. Austin Dillon gets a little bit of a nose on our right rear quarter panel, but he falls back without no momentum. And here comes Christopher Bell. The 20 is hauling it on the high lane. And here comes the 20. Big blocking Christopher Bell. I know that there's bigger fish to fry, and he's one of those fish. So we're going to block him instead of Riley Earps or Austin Dillon. Bell, big momentum on the outside here for 3 and 4. Can we clear him on exit, or will he have enough momentum to get around our outside? We go high to block him. Contact into the fence he goes. We somehow block Riley Earps, but Christopher Bell will lead that lap and just edges out here with 25 to go, and there goes the lead. Christopher Bell is now off to the races. He can start driving away from us. As I don't know what these Gibbs Toyotas are just so fast today. I got nothing for them. I'm driving my butt off right now, as hard as I can to try to catch a 20. I mean, we're full throttle. We're not lifting. We're just full song all the way around the racetrack here. But nothing can get us by that 20. So just no luck today here at Atlanta to beat those JGR cars. Christopher Bell leads the way here. 24 to go. Now we move on to lap 60. 22 to go in this race. Austin Cindric running here in 25th is going to hit Ricky Stenhouse, who has blown a tire. Huge damage to the 2 and the 47. Stenhouse will wipe out. He will be done. Here's the restart. After that collision on lap 69, it's going to be with just 13 laps to go. We restart alongside the one of Ross Chastain. Right now we sit 1 lap to the good on fuel. It is going to be a tight fuel mileage finish here if we have enough, if there's no more caution flags thrown. But we are leading here at Atlanta over Daniel Suarez, Chase Briscoe, Christopher Bell, and Ross Chastain, your top 5. We're trying to maintain the lead for as long as possible here. We're doing everything we can to maintain this lead, give ourselves a chance to get the win. So far, though, the guys behind us, they're just so quick. The Gibbs cars, Christopher Bell mainly here, has been absolutely tearing it up lately. 12 to go, big block on the 20 on the high line. I'm just like, keep Bell behind me. There's Austin Dillon. He's going to zoom right by us on the inside lane. And now we try to side draft him, and guess who's going on around on the outside lane? Christopher Bell. 20 go right back by us again. We blocked Suarez on the high line. Got Chris Buescher running in the top 5, having a great run for the RFK Racing Ford. He will take P3 away, as now we chase him down in the 3 of Austin Dillon just up ahead of us. Give Buescher a big shot right here behind Austin Dillon. Drafting up, no luck so far. 11 laps to go now here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. We drafted to the back of Chris Buescher and Austin Dillon. We get a big run off of Buescher, which gets by Austin Dillon now to drive into 3rd place. Christopher Bell's already driving away. He's gone unless we have an overtime restart. That's our only chance we're going to get to beat him. But it's highly unlikely that's going to happen here as we get a little bit of contact there with Austin Dillon, but keep P3. We get by Dillon into 3rd place and are trying to find a way around Chris Buescher for 2nd here. Give him a bump here through the front stretch. Buescher's going to sail it off. Big run there down the front stretch, trying to get him up the Bell so I can use Buescher's draft now on lap 77. Just 6.5 to go. We get Justin Haley. Haley spins the 31 into the wall, into the 48, and they're crashing. Bowman and Justin Haley into the wall, and the caution will come out. And now we're going to restart a NASCAR overtime. With 2 laps to go here at Atlanta, we restart in P3. Everyone has enough gas, and we're going to chase down Christopher Bell and Daniel Suarez and try to get into the lead here to make it happen. To get the win here, 2 to go. Denny Hamlin's giving us a big shove behind us. We know he's bad fast too. We're underneath Christopher Bell. We take the lead down the backstretch here at Atlanta. We are side by side with the 20 of Bell for the lead. And going to 3 and 4, we are going to power by and clear the 20 on the inside. Clear for the lead, coming to the white flag. Looking for our 2nd career win and our 2nd win of the season in Super Speedway fashion here. Denny Hamlin, Noah Gragson in the top 5. White flag in the air. Final lap presented by Credit One Bank. Here comes Gragson on the high line. Huge block on Noah. Now back down to block the 11 and Denny Hamlin. They have momentum and they are trying to get around us here. It is an absolute battle. And underneath us here, Hamlin gets underneath us out of 2, and Bell on the outside. We're in the middle, and the Gibbs cars just ganged up on us, got us 3 wide, and absolutely finessed us. And now we watch the 11 car drive off into 3 and 4 for the final time. And we have just sold in the biggest way. We choked it to the line. Denny Hamlin wins at Atlanta. We fenced the 99 of Suarez to hold on to 3rd at the line. But, oh, so close to victory lane. Almost had that win. Not our day, though. Denny Hamlin, your winner. He's in the playoffs. Christopher Bell, your runner-up. We come home 3rd. Them darn Sheehan Yoders. Daniel Suarez 4th. Noah Gragson rounds out your top 5. Jones, McDowell, LaJoy, Buescher, and Priest the rest of the top 10. Great day for Spire Motorsports and Legacy Motor Club. See, you got Austin Dillon, Truex, Blaney in the top 15. How about Riley Earps getting P16? Great run for him in the Rick Ware machine. Keselowski, Almirola in the top 20. Tyler Reddick, Chastain, Elliott down here struggling with the finishes, as well as Bowman got involved in that crash, ends up 28th. Kevin Harvick 30th. Joey Logano 31st. Bubba 32nd. Real tough finishes for them. And Kyle Larson, DNS in 38th. Not the day he wanted either. So there's your final race results. Denny Hamlin, your winner here in Atlanta. As you look at the updated point standings, and we will indeed maintain the points lead and extend it comfortably. Now up by 41 for the regular season points lead over Martin Truex Jr. And of course, the drivers who are in with wins, you got me, you got Chase, you got Harvick, you got Hamlin. Then on points, Truex, Logano, Bell, Suarez, Ty Gibbs, Michael McDowell, Brad Keselowski, Bowman, Reddick, Allmendinger, Chase Briscoe, and Justin Haley. Your top 16. First 4 drivers out now are Chastain, Burton, Blaney, and Buescher. Here's 21st through 30th in the points, and now 31st through 40th. You see where everyone slots in. Now, fast lap of the race will go to Alex Bowman with a 30.48, a very fast lap with the 48 machine. Most laps led, Christopher Bell. He led 34 laps. He dominated today. He definitely deserved that. And on the move is going to go to myself from last to 3rd, up 37 spots, but oh so close to victory lane. A tough break, and you go to Kyle Larson, losing 28 spots from 10th to 38th on the day. He struggled mightily overall. And now we head back to see the updated playoff standings and the reputation breakdown if we have any rivals. I tell you though, that loss is so demoralizing. 3rd here at Atlanta, so close to victory lane. So we get another top 20, continuing to exceed expectations. 5 straight top 10 finishes. A very strong start to the year for us. To see the reputation rating, we actually do have a rival. Ricky Stenhouse is our rival, but guess what? It wasn't my fault. He was the one who was slow in the middle of the racetrack, and I couldn't see him. Then Suarez is angry. We got a couple guys upset, annoyed, but we still have a good amount of guys who are polite or kind and nice to us. So it's pretty much even reputation breakdown here among the field here. We're pretty much even almost. We only got the one rival. That's about it. Besides that, it's pretty much you got dead even the amount that are kind and polite or that are upset or annoyed, and the amount that are neutral. It's crazy. There's a reputation breakdown. I look at the updated playoff grid. Of course, Kevin Harvick still at the top of the board with 2 wins. That is myself, Chase Elliott, and Denny Hamlin, one-time winners. So 4 winners through 5 races. And they're in the playoffs. Then Truex, Joey Logano, Christopher Bell, Daniel Suarez above the cut line pretty comfortably. Then you got Ty Gibbs in 9th, Michael McDowell in 10th, Brad Keselowski's 11th, Bowman 12th, Reddick 13th, Allmendinger, Briscoe, Haley, the top 16. And the first 4 drivers out are going to be first 5 out. Ross Chastain, Harrison Burton, Ryan Blaney, Chris Buescher, and Jimmy Johnson. So until the next episode from Homestead, I hope you all have a good one.